teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bears will boot it away to start the game. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this.
There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Kendricks.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Run in the red zone. It's Traore. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Split backs here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Floats it out in space. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now on second down. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Might be changing the route. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It's caught downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Switzer. Firing to the right, complete. He goes goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Switzer. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. They go to the wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCLA. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's got him. At the 35, he's open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Switzer. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Still running at the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something.
Touchdown, Bruins! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Jones. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Kick is in the air. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Switzer. Working that wide receiver screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. A run for the quarterback. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield very late in the half. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Bruins. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes. This is a gamble. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They'll send the back in motion. Extending the play. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play, the defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
UCLA.
All wideouts, no backs. To throw, it's Switzer. The screen, and watch out. Still running at the 40. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Traore. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the wildcat formation pays off.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Throwing right. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He wants it all. Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bears are in the hurry up.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Skips away from pressure. It's complete. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. He might want another play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Wants to throw on first down. fires it down the seam. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give out of the gun. Slithers into space. Running free. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pop the draw. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback.
14.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Bears! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Switzer. Got his man on the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
46. Good enough for a 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking downfield on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Traore. Turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Bruins. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the run, deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
And the Bears have this offense rolling. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Gets the back moving. They'll try to get outside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Bears want to move quickly. They'll go to the fullback. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. unloads it left. He's got it. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Takes it the other way. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
One more play to pad the stats. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one.